this video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to use the dunk meter for both guard and big man builds to get unlimited contact dunks, whether you're going for a driving dunk or a standing dunk. I will be using Ja Morant to demonstrate the driving dunks and Giannis antetokounmpo for the standing dunk. I will also be showing y'all how to activate any dunk in your specific dunk package that you have for your players, so don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Now, the first thing that we're going to be going to is the animations. Go to customize HUD, go to shot meter shots, and as y'all can see, these are the different type of dunk meters that you can use on the game. You got arrow, ring, and dial. Me personally, I'm gonna go with arrow because it's the easiest for me, but just know this is a personal preference thing. None of this will affect the way you dunk or anything of that nature. Now, the most important thing is the size, man. Make sure you got it on large. You don't want it medium, don't want it small. Make sure you got it on large so you can actually see your dunk meter and you can time it consistently every single time. Now, the first dunk that we're about to be going over is the normal dunk, the most basic dunk. All you gotta do is hold the sprint button and hold square while driving in close range, and make sure when you hold square, you like real close to the basket, not too close, because if you're holding square too early, you might end up pulling up for a jump shot, and you don't really want that because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna miss. And make sure that you're not using the dunk meter. Like, you do not need to use the dunk meter for every attempt. The only time I use the normal dunk is if I'm on a fast break, I backdoor my man, I got an easy bucket, because believe it or not, you can miss an open dunk with the dunk meter. And if you're playing with randoms, you might not touch the ball again. And the normal dunk, you can do this at all different types of angles on the court. You're going to get a different dunk mainly every single time, depending on how you holding your left stick. Believe it or not, you can get a contact dunk while holding square. It's going to be very rare, I'm not going to lie to y'all, but depending on your opponent, interior defense, block, all that type of good stuff, you can get a contact dunk, especially if your player is a high dunking build with like Hall of Fame gold posterizer. It is possible to get a contact dunk. Okay, now we're going with the two-hand dunk, man. Y'all know what I like to say, man. 2 hands for safety. All you have to do is hold the sprint button and move and hold your R stick up while driving in close range. So after you take about 1 or 2 steps into the free throw line, you want to hold your left stick and your right stick up while dunking, and you're going to get an easy 2-hand dunk every single time, as y'all can see. And I like to use the 2-hand dunks because it's just safe. You really don't get blocked. Me personally, when I dunk with 2 hands, I get a lot of and-ones, especially if you got somebody chasing you down. Now, me personally, depending on your dunk packages, make sure you get the dunk package to where it's doing the simple 2-hand ones. Like, don't do the back scratcher ones. As y'all can see, Ja Morant, he got the back scratchers. I'm not gonna lie. Now, that one right there, it wasn't a back scratcher. You want the one that don't got back scratchers, because if you got a back scratcher one and someone's chasing you down and they got high flyer denier, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna block you. I'm not gonna lie. So make sure you go with the simple 2-hand, kind of like the quick drops. Kind of like, I don't know if they really still got that in the game, I have to double check, but if they got something like that, make sure you go with something like that, man. Like I said, 2 hands for safety. This is when the game is tight. You might have to just, you know what I'm saying, take an easy bucket, because sometimes them 1-hand dunks be getting blocked. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's easier to get blocked this year. I feel like paint defense low-key improved, in my opinion, because I do have a build that got like a high block, so I don't know if that's the reason, but defense seemed like it improved in the paint compared to other years. So make sure when you use this dunk, you do not got back scratches on. Make sure you use the simple 2-hand dunks and you're gonna be okay. Now we're moving on to dominant or off-hand dunk. All you have to do is hold your sprint button, move and hold the R stick left or right. The R direction determines the dunk hand, so make sure you're moving with the L stick, and whatever hand you want to dunk with, hold it to the left or hold it to the right. That's really all you have to do. So as y'all can see with Ja Morant, I got the ball in my left hand. I'm gonna go and I hold this R stick to my right hand, as y'all can see. So they probably gonna think I'm trying to dunk with my left hand, but whole time I just switch to the right. Like I said, I'm holding it to the right. Now that time right there, oh my God, we got a hot step into a dunk. Now I'm gonna try with the ball in my right hand. All you have to do is drive and make sure you hold the R stick to the left, and you're gonna get a left hand dunk. That's all you gotta do. I will use this dunk if you're driving to the right and you're trying to confuse. Watch this. Oh my God. Now that one right there, it gave me a layup, but as y'all can see, I use my left hand. It's like you switching it up. Like, they don't really know what you're gonna do. This dunk is good if you're trying to mix it up, because you don't want to use the same dunk every single time. So they might think you're driving to the left, but whole time you dunking it with the right hand. As y'all can see, got it in my right hand. Dunked it with my left, man. Easy dominant or off-hand dunk. Now we're going with the skill dunk. All you have to do is hold the sprint button and move R stick up or down quickly release, then move and hold the R stick up and down again. Release R to neutral to time the dunk. Basically, when you're driving, make sure you're flicking your R stick up and hold it down to time the dunk. And that's how you're gonna really get the skill dunk every single time. You can do this at any angle. This is how you're gonna get majority of your contact dunks. If you master this dunk meter, you're gonna become unstoppable. I'm gonna tell you straight up just like that. Because the dunk meter improved. It's not like last year where someone can be under the rim with no defense and you're gonna get a small dunk meter. This year you do get a lot more contact dunks on this game. So I highly recommend y'all learning the dunk meter this year, especially if your build can get contact dunks, because this is gonna be a go-to, especially if somebody under the paint, somebody trailing you on your hip. You're gonna get a contact dunk every single time, man. You wanna make sure you use this dunk meter to your advantage. And like I said before in the settings, you wanna make sure that you got your dunk meter on large, because you can just see it better, you can time it better. You don't want it small, none of that crazy mess. So make sure you got all that settled. And like I said, once you learn how to do the dunk meter, it's gonna be GG's, especially if you got posterizer, all the type of good finishing badges. That's really all you need. Make sure you're equipped in your contact dunk animations. If you can't get contact dunks, I highly recommend you buying the contact dunk animation, because it just won't make sense if you can get contact dunks and you're not buying the contact dunks. To do a flashy dunk, you know what I'm saying, you trying to show off, man, y'all blowing y'all team out, you just want to, you know what I'm saying, go crazy. All you got to do is hold the sprint button, move and hold the R stick down while driving in close range, and that's how you're going to get a fancy dunk every single time. I only recommend y'all using fancy dunks when you're up, you know what I'm saying, they probably don't got no chance of coming back, because you don't want to use a fancy dunk and the game is real close. I'm not going to lie to y'all boys. So that's basically all you got to do. 1 or 2 steps into the free throw line, hold the R stick down, and you're going to get a flashy dunk every single time. If you just want to show out, you know what I'm saying, show off your dunk package, because we ain't buy these dunks for nothing. If we on a fast break, go crazy, you know what I'm saying? But make sure you be careful, because you don't want to do these flashy dunks on a defender. Now, you might get off sometimes doing it on the defender, but the chances are probably going to be very low. Especially if they build is a blocking type of build, defender type of build, you might want to just play it safe. Now we're moving on to controllable rim hang. When performing a dunk with the R stick, keep the sprint button on hold to hold on to the rim. Use the L stick to control the swing and move R stick up or down, left or right to lift the legs, or you know what I'm saying, do pull-ups on the rim. Right here, you want to be very careful, because if you're holding on to the rim too long, you can get a tech. They do got technicals on this game, if y'all didn't know. I think you can only hold on to the rim for like 3 seconds, I think, before they even call it tech. But yeah, that's all you got to do. When you dunk the ball with the R stick, you might just hold the R stick up, you might hold it down, like I'm gonna hold it down right here. All you got to do is hold on to the sprint button. That's all you have to do, and that's pretty much simple right there. I wouldn't recommend doing this at all. It's no time and place to do this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Even if y'all blow y'all opponent out, they still can score a bucket. Your teammate grade gonna go down. You got a chance of getting a technical. I won't recommend doing this, but hey, do what you want to do. Sometimes you just might want to be trolling, you know what I'm saying, have fun, go crazy. To catch a lob, when your teammate throw you a lob, all you have to do is time it to green a lob. Wherever you see that little arrow is on the green mark, try to time it right there. 9 times out of 10, all you have to do is hit the green. It really don't even have to be the arrow, and you're going to make it every single time, especially if you got aerial wizard on. So make sure you got aerial wizard if you really want to be consistent at catching lobs. Contact dunk requirement for the pro contact dunks: you need an 89 driving dunk with a 78 vertical to get the pro contact dunks off the one. For elite, you need a 99 driving dunk with a 90 vertical. This is crazy, I'm not gonna lie to y'all boys. And for the small contact dunks, you need a 93 driving dunk, 80 vertical, and you gotta be under 6'5". As y'all can see, my build is 7'1", so that's why I can't get none of these dunks. But these are all the requirements. For the 2 foot, for the pro contact dunks off the 2, you need an 87 driving dunk with a 75 vertical. For elite, you need a 96 driving dunk with an 82 vertical. As y'all can see, all these stats are mad high. I'm not gonna lie, the pro contact dunks ain't too bad, but once you hit elite, it gets to a point. I'm not gonna lie to y'all boys. And for the small contact dunks off the 2, you need an 86 driving dunk, 75 vertical, and you got to be under 6'5" to get these dunks. As for the pro contact alley-oops, you need an 84 driving dunk with a 70 vertical. For the elite contact alley dunks, you need a 92 driving dunk, 80 vertical. Small contact alley dunks, you need an 86 driving dunk, 85 vertical, and you at least got to be under 6'5". Now for the big contact alley-oop dunks, you need an 85 standing dunk, 70 driving dunk, 60 vertical, and you at least got to be 6'10" or higher to get all the contact dunks y'all see right here. Now we got Giannis on the court. I'm gonna teach y'all boys how to do a standing dunk. The first standing dunk that we're going to be going over is the two-hand standing dunk. You know what I'm saying? Two hands for safety. All you gotta do is stand under the basket, hold the sprint button, and hold the left stick and R stick up, and you're gonna get a two-hand dunk every single time. Now, like I said before, this right here is you want to play it safe. That's all you got to do. Be under the basket, hold the sprint button, and make sure that you're in a good position. Make sure you're not really moving, because if you move a little bit, they might count it as a driving dunk, which that's something that you don't want, especially if you don't got a driving dunk on your bill. So make sure you at a complete stop. Make sure you hold the sprint button, hold the R stick and the left stick up, and you're gonna get a safe two-hand dunk every single time, especially if you got a high standing dunk on your bill. Now, to get a standing dunk with one hand, all you gotta do is pretty much the same thing. Make sure you're standing under the basket, close by the basket, and make sure you hold the R stick to whatever direction of the hand that you want to dunk, and you're gonna get a one-hand standing dunk every single time. Now for the people that's really not an R stick type of user, if you just want to get a standing dunk, like regardless if it's a one hand or two hand, make sure you're under the basket, you're standing still, and all you have to do is just hold square. Literally, that's all you have to do. Look, I'm just picking up the ball and I'm holding square under the basket. Sometimes you might get a layup. Make sure you're on this white line right by the basket right here, and that's really the contact dunk spot right there. If you can get right here on this white line, that's where you're gonna get most of your contact dunks from, and that's where you're gonna get the best standing dunk animations right here. Now to use the standing dunk meter, all you want to do is stand right here where this white line is, hold the sprint button, and flick the R stick up and hold down to time it, and you're gonna get a standing dunk every single time with the dunk meter. It's pretty much same as the driving dunk, but all you're doing is standing. And this right here, you're gonna get a lot of standing dunk, contact dunks, all that type of good stuff right under the rim. As y'all can see, it's easy work every single time. Make sure, like I said before, you're not moving, because if you move like 1 or 2 steps, they're gonna count it as a driving dunk, and you do not want a driving dunk. So make sure you're standing right under the basket, like I said, right by this white line right here. Like I said, if you time it wrong, you will miss. As y'all can see, that was a very late. You want to stand right by this white line there, flick it up, hold it down to time it. You're gonna get a standing dunk every single time. It's pretty easy. As y'all can see, you rarely miss on this right here unless you don't know how to use it. Like I said before, make sure your standing dunk meter is on large, and you're gonna be straight. Like I said before, make sure you time it right, because you can miss these type of dunks. So if you're not good at timing them, I prefer y'all to just hold square. You can still get contact dunks with them. It might just be a little rare. The best time to use the standing dunk meter is when your opponent is right under the rim. If your opponent right under the rim, especially if he don't got no interior, he don't got no block on his bill, use the standing dunk meter, and you're gonna dunk it every single time on his head. You might even get an and one. Usually my tutorials are pretty easy, so that's really all you have to do. And make sure that your standing dunk is high enough so you can, you know what I'm saying, dunk consistently with the standing dunk meter. Now for the pro big man contact dunks, you need an 80 standing dunk, 60 vertical, and your height at least got to be 6'10" or higher. Now this ain't too bad compared to the driving dunk stats, but for the elite standing big man contact dunks, you need a 90 standing dunk, 70 vertical, and your height at least got to be 6'10" or up. As y'all can see, I can unlock those. So this is going to wrap up the video. If this video helped you out in any type of way, shape, or form, don't forget to drop a like for your boy, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. I'm gonna be uploading a lot this year, so you know what I'm saying, you don't want to miss out. So make sure y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna catch y'all boys later. Peace.